What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Team Pizza Plays Freedom Planet. I, of course, am Whatthefnu.
And I'm getting over my Sonic Dreams hangover.
I guess... Okay, I'm trying to disassemble that phrase for a second. It's like, wait a minute, so did the dream cause you to have the hangover? Or was that a product of something else that happened during that night?
Yes.
Alright. The best way to answer a question. Give no plausible answer whatsoever. No understandable answer, anyway.
Speaking of unplausible, anyone else notice that weird swing thing, not the one you just went off of, that like weird U-shaped thing was not hanging on to anything?
Don't question it. It's like that episode of Angry Beavers. Hey, what is this thing actually hanging from?
Oh, yeah.
And Norb's just like, you
know,
don't worry about it. Never mind that man behind the curtain.
Angry Beavers was all about bringing up that man behind the curtain and just not giving a fuck about it. One episode, Norbert just had this huge plume of hair while they were playing soccer, and Daggett just, like, for 75% of the episode, no one brings attention to the sudden hair change. And Daggett just goes, "What's with your hair anyway?" And Norbert just goes, "I'll never tell." Well, let's see. Oh, yes.
I'm trying to get up there, by the way, but I just can't quite get it to work. The wall jumping doesn't want to agree with me. There we go.
So yeah, we were talking about... Yeah, what is this attached to? I mean, is it like in BioShock where it's suspended by frozen molecules? Or something to that nature? I know every physicist is crying while I'm talking about this. Which is why I'm going to continue talking about it. It's like frozen molecules or like paused particles or something insane.
Everybody's
like
crying watching me trying to get through the stage, so I guess that makes us even.
I'm crying right now.
Anyways, please continue.
Oh no, you're good. So yeah, it's like, you were talking about just dramatic, iconic scenes, the kind that even if you spoiled them, they're just so iconic that no one would mind, for the most part.
Yeah, and putting really stupid music over it is what I was trying to get to.
You know,
so imagine the Aerith death scene with
SpongeBob SquarePants theme.
Well, I was gonna go with that old chap from Conker's Bad Fur Day, but that works too. You know the song I'm talking about. Well, you're rolling around the barrel.
Yeah. I got one. The Angry Beavers theme.
Did you hear about how Cartoon Network is bringing back a lot of their old shows?
They're bringing back the Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
The words cannot describe the excitement I have. You might say
except that you just described it, kind of.
You might even say one of my tentacles is longer than the rest. It's basically because it's been stretched out by holding on to a car while it's I don't know, abort the damn joke.
If all else fails, just say screw it and move on to something else.
Exactly. So yeah, they're bringing back the Powerpuff Girls. Tom Kenny is reprising his role as narrator, like speaking of SpongeBob. But the voice actors for the Powerpuff Girls are in fact going to be different people. It's going to be surreal not having Tara Strong as Bubbles.
Yeah, that's the first one I was thinking of. It's like I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I know she's a really prolific voice actor.
Then you got... Hold on. The voice of Tommy Pickles and Oblina voices Buttercup. And I'm trying to remember that name. Oh yeah, E.G. Daily, yeah. E.G. Daily. Yeah, E.G. Daily, Tara Strong, and... fuck it, I'm just going to... remember it, of course. I'm just taking a long time to remember. Ignore the...
Search, it's in there somewhere.
Exactly. Ignore the sound of my keyboard, as that's just a nervous habit I have when I'm thinking. I just think a lot. It happens.
Man, this stage is beautiful. And it doesn't have my favorite song in the entire game. That honor will always still go to Thermal Vase, but this entire damn soundtrack is so good. Like, if you don't buy the game itself, you should at least buy the OST, because it is fantastic. Which, I don't mean to sound like too much of a shill, but you should also buy this game too, because it's also really freaking good.
No, don't buy it. It's a really good game.
Wait, what? Did I say something incorrect again?
No, you're good. You're good.
It's like, oh no, did I screw up again?
No, you didn't screw up. Most likely I did, but eh.
I will admit, these little areas, you know, hot off our conversation about, like, yeah, there are so many different ways you can go in these stages, and they all have different places you can go to, and different secrets you can find, and now we're just in this area that kind of forces you to go, oh yeah, there's only one way through, and you have to do it to solve a puzzle that's necessary for progression.
Fuck you, progression! Oh, here it is. Kathy Cavadini. Sorry if I'm butchering that, Kathy.
Also, the physics in this game are just perfect. Look at that. Like, even if I don't do this 100% correctly, if I don't have a whole lot of momentum to work with, like, I'm gonna get right up to this thing. It still gives it to me. It still works the way I need it to. I wish Sonic games were that lenient with physics.
Speaking of physicists crying... Oh, I remember I was watching the Flintstones. I don't know which episode it is, but again, link it to me in the comments.
If you can. If it's not too much of a trouble.
If Hanna-Barbera sues, don't mention my name.
Damn it, guys. Do my job for me. Find the footage that I'm looking for. Because I'm too lazy to do it myself.
We're basically outsourcing now. So
outsourcing the audience?
Yep.
Suckers, you don't even get paid to do our job.
We don't get paid to do our job.
Okay, fair point.
So, yeah, there was an episode of the Flintstones where Fred was just, well, being Fred. I don't know what it is. Barney did something to make him angry again. And in a huff, Fred walked to their fence, which, you know, breaks up the property line, and doesn't hop over it or walk around it. He walks up the fence and over and down the fence, like Carol just did. And it was just as hilarious as I described it to you.
It's like, you can always count on cartoons to do something like that. It's like, yeah, I didn't expect that to work the way it did.
I mean,
it's just one of those, you need a little moment like that sometimes, just because it's refreshing visually. It's like, just something like that comes so far out of left field. It's a very delicate balance. Like, it's not too out of the realm of possibility, but it's just enough of a strange moment to where you're like, huh.
And the weird part is, as a younger draw, man, I always had that thought about characters just walking up and down a fence. I didn't think they'd actually do it, though.
Sorry if I'm being quiet, I'm just trying to make sure I do this fight correctly. Because this guy, you can skip this entire fight, actually, by going straight underneath the... You don't have to go over like that. If I can do it correctly here, hang on a second.
But why would you want to skip the fight?
Oh, yeah, Carol can't go fast enough. If you actually Dragon Boost under there, you can skip the whole battle and just attack the engine.
Attack its weak point for massive damage.
No, just slightly above average damage. We are using our normal claw swipes. Now, if I had kicked it, that would have been massive.
She's like a
But
little...
leave it to me to disappoint you like that.
I accept it.
By the
Also,
way, I've actually looked up here before. There's nothing up there. You can only get up there with a dragon boost anyway.
Or, you know, you could just motorcycle boost.
You could, but that would require I have a motorcycle, which, because I'm not smart, I don't anymore.
I have no bike, and I must ride.
Yeah. You will ride. You will ride eternal. Oh, there we go. Oh, I mistook the spring for for another gas can. I got excited for a second.
See what happens when you want joy?
I was kind of like Alucard in that one episode of Hellsing. It's like, oh, I was so excited to fight somebody who was on my level, I kind of jumped the gun there.
Carol was so excited to use her motorcycle, she shot her own legs. Whoops. Jumped the gun a little there. I can just regenerate
I'm not
right?
gonna need these anymore. Well, she is a video game character, so any wounds can be any wound problems can be solved just by finding some health items lying around all over the place.
Don't you wish you could just whip your wall, a pork chop comes out, and you could heal a grievous injury? Don't you wish life worked like that?
I've been crushed by spikes, I've been attacked by skeletons, I've been bitten to death by dogs, but, you know, I'll just chow down for a little bit and I'll be fine. Hashtag motherfucking video games.
Also...
Hello?
Also, when I learned... You know how in strings of acupuncture... Yeah, everything alright?
Yeah, it's just... You kind of disappeared there for a second at the call. It's like, oh no, did everything drop and are we gonna have to redo this episode?
Oh, God.
No, we're not. It's just, we're fine. It's just, we can all still hear you. It was only for a second.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jim Sterling.
Thank God for him.
Thank God for him. Thank Morgan Freeman for Jim Sterling.
I love Carol in this stage because a lot of these areas are about vertical movement.
Mm-hmm.
And she can traverse those areas really easily. So if you're just that little bit of if you are curious about where something might be leading to, or if there are any secrets hidden in this particular area, you have an option for that now. I also love these different little shields that you get over the course of your journey here. You've got the Earth Shield. I believe there's one based off of every single element. There's an Earth Shield, there's a Metal Shield, there's a Fire one, a Water one, and then there's one other element I think is supposed to be Life.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have different abilities, too. And kind of like in Sonic. But the thing is, there aren't too many power-ups in here, but you've got such a diverse moveset to begin with, you don't really need it. You don't really need them to make the gameplay feel more interesting. Like, it's not like you're lacking in options if you lose your shield. You're still okay in a lot of senses.
Oh, you know.
Uh-huh.
You could get an NVIDIA shield. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm just gonna name drop.
Alright. I think that's actually going to be it for this episode of Freedom Planet, actually.
Oh.
So, no, we'll be back, hopefully, if the view count is high enough for this episode. So join us again next time when we will be going deeper into this temple and seeing what challenges await us. Later, everybody.